Hello everyone, welcome to Space Events, the show that gives you a brief overview of what's going on in aerospace in a particular month. This one is for October of 2023. Let's get into it. Let's get the easy stuff out of the way immediately. SpaceX's Starlink satellites. Starlink is a high-speed satellite internet constellation built and launched by SpaceX. The first launch of Starlink this month will be the 70th launch for SpaceX this year, just adding on to a incredible and record-breaking year that they are currently having. There will be a multitude of Starlink launches this month from both the east and the west coasts. All of the missions, the booster, will come back and land either on a drone ship in the ocean or back on land. For Virgin Galactic, the 4th commercial mission and the 8th crewed mission for the VMS Unity. This is a vehicle that drops off of a plane and goes up close to the Kármán line to give great views of space. Hopefully these space tourists have a great time. For United Launch Alliance, it is the start of a mega-constellation for Amazon called Project Kuiper. This will be on an Atlas V 501, which means a 5-meter fairing on top of the rocket that holds the payload, 0 solid rocket boosters, and 1 Centaur upper stage engine. This mega-constellation hopes to have over 3,000 broadband internet satellites into orbit. Next up for SpaceX is the mission entitled Psyche on Falcon Heavy.
There aren't many classes of objects left in our solar system that we haven't looked at up close with a spacecraft. And one of them that's left is the metal asteroids. After launch, we cruise through interplanetary space for a number of years. First, we fly by Mars for gravity assist that'll slingshot us into the asteroid belt. And then we're thrusting all the way from there to finally arriving at Psyche.
It's believed that it may be a remnant core of an early planetesimal that was formed in the very, very earliest parts of the formation of the solar system.
That is super cool. Well, the boosters from the Falcon Heavy will come back and land at landing zone 1 and 2 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The center core will be expended due to the performance needed for the mission. Next up for SpaceX is O3b mPower 5 and 6. The Falcon 9 will propel the O3b mPower satellites into a medium Earth orbit, which is not seen as often as low Earth orbits. These satellites, which are owned by SES and are the 2nd generation and more improved version, are meant to enable more broadband connectivity around the globe. This includes network and internet services to defense, government, maritime providers, and also aviation. On Halloween this year, SpaceX will launch CRS 29. This is the 29th cargo resupply mission to the International Space Station underneath NASA's commercial resupply contracts. This will be the 2nd flight of this specific cargo Dragon capsule. This will bring supplies and scientific experiments up to the International Space Station. Blue Origin is back, possibly this month, launching NS-24 on their New Shepard suborbital space tourist vehicle. In September of last year, there was a failure on one of their launches, so this is a test flight without people on it to make sure everything is going smoothly once again. Something super cool that's happening is on October 14th, there is an annular solar eclipse, basically going across the entire continental lower 48 United States. An annular solar eclipse in comparison to a total solar eclipse, something that happened on August 21st, 2017, the Great American Eclipse, blah, blah, blah. An annular eclipse is basically where the moon is not close enough to Earth to the point where it blocks out the entire sun. It is farther out in its orbit. Basically, it leaves a ring of fire in the sky from the sun. Super cool, check it out. With that, it's on to our favorite segment, Moon Time. The new moon for the month of October is on the 14th with the annular solar eclipse, and the full moon is on the 28th, so a very spooky full moon. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.